and welcome everyone to tonight's fourth episode of Fool's Gold. And of course, I believe that we left off in some troubling times with Jonathan's parents, or at least his father. Elton went to go and find the Reverend, telling him about the alleged beings inside the caverns that they found. The unnatural pool of tar. As the others searched for weaponry and some for entertainment down in Pandora's. Levi remembered something about Mr. Wells, as he had run with a gang a long time ago, with Jonathan's father, William. Mr. Wells and Father Tombstone, allegedly the Reverend's father. Now, the party had been tasked with a long adventure back to Wolf's Hollow to uncover what was going on, why someone had sent them into the mines in the first place. But on the journey, they decided to stop at Jonathan's farm, where they uncovered that William's grave had been tampered with, had been uncannily moved. As they looked in the barn and saw William standing there, guns drawn, and fight assumed, and they were met with great powers that they were given. And then they finally met the cart dealer, as he had given everyone the consequences of using unnatural powers in this mortal realm. Jonathan was stripped his power for a day. Elton had dealt bad cards and was going to lose his life. Or he so thought, as the card dealer had stripped away his mother's life. But then Levi, in the gracious of his heart, decided to take the punishment himself, where instead of sacrificing a life, he would sacrifice his vision instead. And then they all drifted to sleep. And as they woke up in the morning, we start our day off. As you guys now wake up from your beds in Jonathan's farm. Levi, you understand you cannot see at all. As Tobias, you wake up, and Jonathan downstairs as well. What do you do?
So Jonathan's gonna think for a good bit. He's gonna concentrate his mind onto what has just happened.
You alright there, Jonathan?
And I just, man, I didn't expect this to happen today.
I don't think any of us did. Who would have guessed that we'd be fighting dead people?
Especially one of them being my father.
As you are beginning to talk, you hear that Levi's kind of hollering as he is moving his way towards the stairs. As he's in the upstairs floor, you guys look up and you see that Levi is just waving his hands around in the air, trying to look for his path.
Levi, you okay up there?
I need some assistance. Could you come help me?
With what?
I need assistance getting down the stairs.
I knew you're old, but like, are you that old?
Can't see.
Open your eyes.
Is it open? I can't tell.
All right. I guess we'll come help you, but I don't see why. Okay,
If
Tobias
you're
is gonna
blind,
go
just
upstairs to help him.
see.
Yeah, if you're blind, just
Just
don't
see.
be.
And don't tell me to
Go
open
see.
my eyes when I only have one.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
Go ahead. You immediately kind of hobble up the stairs, kind of putting your arm around his shoulder, kind of helping him down.
So, why can't you see?
So, you know that man who gave us those magic powers or whatever?
Yeah. Do I?
Well,
Yeah, I do.
Well, whenever I use my little magic powers, because I felt like I had, I was sitting up there, and he gave me a choice. I could either keep my vision, but what's his name's mother be damn hell.
Big guy?
Yeah, big guy. But I couldn't do that to the kid.
Well, that is mighty kind of you. But how long are you not able to see?
I think he said for about the next day.
The next day.
So
So
I could see the
we just gonna stay here for the next day or what?
I would not want to be sitting in the same place all day.
What do you think, Jonathan?
Honestly, I don't really care. It's been a good few hours, and I feel like absolute trash.
What time of the day is it? You said it was morning, but like what?
It's you guys have almost overslept, so it's getting mid, like near lunchtime almost. Like it's
Okay.
morning, but it's getting near getting to lunch.
Alright.
So like it's getting near midday and stuff like that. You can still see that from being early, that's like there's some like morning dew, and like, you know, it just feels like morning basically.
Did we ever rebury your father, Jonathan? My memory is a little hazy.
I don't
Nathan,
think
can
he
you
did.
repeat what you just said?
I said, did we ever rebury your father?
You know, I don't think we did.
Well,
To
I
be
guess we
honest,
could go
I
do
don't-
that.
Jonathan, I wouldn't bury him with the weapons this time.
Yeah.
I'll take those off his hands. I feel like as his son, I kind of carry the burden of what just happened.
Alright. As you all head off outside, you guys have reached the front porch and everything. You see that birds are starting to kind of chirp and everything, and you know, crows are always in the sky, but you see that there's a couple of wagons going past every now and then. But as far as you know, that everything that had been there before, this javelin, the gunshots and everything, none of it is there. It feels like he never left the ground, as you see that there is a lump of dirt where his original grave was, with what seems to be a wooden cross engraved.
Jonathan, you sure you didn't bury him last night?
I am 100% sure. I think we're getting fucked with.
Is he
You know,
buried? Is he
maybe-
buried?
Yeah, he's buried.
You gotta be my eyes here.
Yeah,
You know
yeah, yeah.
this.
I think Levi's right, though. We probably shouldn't stay in one spot for too long.
Yeah. Are the guns still like?
Go check out the grave if you want to investigate it.
All right.
I would like to defile my father's grave.
I would like to go stomp on the grave.
I would like to loot my father's grave.
I don't know. He did kind of try to kill me and all of my like comrades.
Yeah, but that wasn't him.
Wasn't him.
Well, it wasn't him.
Well,
It's like,
Technically,
oh,
it was
it's like I had a mental shutdown. I didn't mean to rob that bank. Like,
I had a panic attack. I didn't mean to burn the orphan.
all right, I'm rolling investigation.
I would like to help him look for the guns.
You
So
can
I
roll
got
with
it, I got it.
advantage.
I got a 18.
It was not a high roll to begin with. You guys kind of very steadily and kind of caution, like step towards the grave. You kind of feel like something could just pop out at any time, but I mean, you guys get towards it basically. But you see that the wooden cross is there, and right beneath it, crossed in an X, right but under the cross, are his 2 silver revolvers.
I would like to pick them up and equip them.
Alright.
Are they just the same as like revolvers, but I could use 2 of them in one turn?
Yeah, they're just
he also said
basically-
they're silvered, or is that just the description you
It's
gave
just the description of it. It's
Okay.
sadly it is just regular revolvers, but they do have.
Well, like
Hey,
I
they're your
I can shoot them both.
yes, yeah,
in
you
one
can
turn.
dual wield.
That is gangster.
Yeah, you cannot do like fury attack, basically where like you hammer it. You can't do a fan attack with 2 of them.
But I get to shoot 2 of them once, so.
Yeah.
That's sick. I like that.
Hey, you're welcome.
I love you, Dad.
Are we assuming the others are just still asleep or something? Since they are not.
Yes, everyone seems
Okay.
to be asleep right now. As you study the revolvers, kind of picking them, you see that they do have something engraved on the barrel of it.
I would like to. Do I have to roll like perception for that?
With that investigation, you don't really. I mean,
That is gangster.
you've heard your father say it a lot. It's a quote that he had heard a long time ago when he was following another group called the Des Muertos. Panas las Muertos.
Can I get an English translation on that for me and everyone in here and the people at home?
Yes. It means peace in death.
Well, shit.
What is
I'm
Joffrey?
gonna. It seems to say something in Spanish.
You
Speak
I mean, not
Spanish?
really.
I wanna
It says
On it-
"Paz en la muerte." I do not know how to speak Spanish. I'm sorry.
I'm blind, but I probably could read that better than you.
Would I?
Well, can you read right now?
I could read better than you.
You, Tobias, and Malcolm have actually been closer to New Mexico than like traveling along
Yeah.
the side. So you had speaked fluent Spanish at the.
It means peace and death, Jonathan.
Huh?
And then I'd like to go tap on one of Levi's shoulders, but then be on the opposite side of him.
What?
Roll for deception.
I get advantage because he's blind, right?
Yeah, well, no, he fails on it. I
That's
think.
attack against. That's
I
attack
got
against you.
I got a 19.
Levi, as you're kind of staring into what seems to be the blankness of nothing, you're kind of just standing there, but you don't know where you are. You've heard that you're at the grave, but you don't know that you're at the grave. And as you're kind of just sitting there, feeling the breeze upon your skin, you feel a tap on your right shoulder, and as you go to turn and everything, you feel nothing there.
Can I pull his pants down?
Come on. It's
No,
one
I'm
thing
kidding.
to
I'm kidding.
tap on
Listen,
his
he may be
shoulder.
blind, but he can still
I'm gonna
fan.
try to get attacked on you.
I was gonna say, like, he's gonna fucking swing his cane sword around and kill you or something.
Listen, he may be blind, but he can still fire a weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely just gonna swing it, at least just in case. I don't care.
Oh, you're gonna.
No, I'm not
swing.
pulling his pants down.
No. Let's swing to the way I felt somebody tap me.
Right.
That is a sentence I'd never thought I'd say today. I am not pulling Trevor's pants down.
That's a 22.
A 22.
But you get disadvantaged because you're blind.
Yes,
Don't
that was disadvantage. I rolled 2 17s.
Oh,
What the
I only
fuck?
had one roll.
Are you going to attack him, or are you just swinging?
Just swing it around to see if I can at least feel it.
You.
That's
Oh,
what
I'm
it
like you're. I'm on the opposite side of the side that I tapped
Oh,
you
you
on.
begin swinging like rapidly and everything. You're just feeling the air. You're like.
I like this. This is fun.
Don't. I mean, you've
All
picked
right.
up a lot of dust, but there's like. You've hit the ground a couple of times, but like you've. Tobias and Jonathan. Jonathan is like at his father's grave, and Tobias is like behind you, so you've basically just hit nothing. But yeah, you're just kind of like swinging rapidly like a crazed old man.
All right. Where do you suggest we go, Levi? I'll let you decide since you're kind of blind.
Alright, let me see the map then.
Yeah, funny.
He's blind.
You guys are standing there. You begin to see. You're not at the table, but you see standing there at the cross, still with a face covered in light. You see the card dealer just sitting above your father's grave.
We all do?
I don't.
No, even
Well-
you, Levi.
What?
You can't see him, but you can't see everything else. You can just see him. In the blackness of the empty void, you can see him there.
Well, howdy.
So, you wanted to save a life, did you?
Who are you talking to?
You took the deal, didn't you, Levi?
Oh yeah, I did.
Good. I have a little gift for you, Levi.
Oh really? Is it my vision?
No, it is not your vision. Damn to say, I am sorry about your father then, Jonathan. And,
I'm learning to overcome it.
yes, it really is a shame. You know, I like to sit around and watch the havoc of you mortals dance about trying to save the world, but, you know, there's some things in life that last a little bit too long. Oh, speaking of which, as he goes and pulls out from one of his pockets a small poker chip, flicks it up in the air, slaps it down on his wrist and says, "Now, you may have lost your sight for the day, but I'm pretty sure you can keep a hold of this, right, Levi?"
I'll try my hardest.
Good. He flicks it towards you.
Do I need to make a roll?
Yeah.
What kind-
1d2.
Actually, I think it's vision, isn't it?
You can hear if he's flicking something at me. That I can generally guess where it is.
Alright, yeah.
What is it? Dexterity?
Yeah, but it would be with disadvantage at least.
Is it normal or saving?
I guess normal. Cause you're not going against it anything.
That's an 18.
18 with disadvantage?
Yes.
He flicks it over to you, and in his surprise you kind of fumble with it a little bit, but you grip it in your hand. He goes, "Well, pretty sure you're more good with your ears than you are with your eyes."
Can I ask you something real quick?
Ask away.
Why would you go after his mama?
A soul can't be damned. Not a little fun. I'd given you all some power to protect this realm, but you know it wasn't right to kill him off directly.
He was fired at us, you know. We couldn't have died himself.
Yeah, I understand, but you know,
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's just a little weird to see somebody, you know, talking about somebody else's mom dying.
yeah. Well, to be honest, she didn't deserve life to begin with. After what she did with the three and stuff like that, with that Reverend and Mr. Wells, what she did, she didn't deserve any of it.
What did she do?
You betting to give a poker for that?
I'll play you.
Alright.
The game of can't see my cards. I don't think I can play.
Can't see my cards.
I'll do it for you, Levi.
If you want to do it there, young boy, by all means. But I'm not called the card dealer for any reason.
Can I get my friend over here to play for me? Since I can't quite see.
That is fine by me. Alright.
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with, Mr. Card Dealer.
Yeah, they don't know. He thinks he's the card dealer.
He thinks he's the big swinger in the room.
I don't care if he's a god or not. All right, I'm the gambler.
Who is a god to a non-believer?
All right, give me the number of dice.
You are going to take
7.
3d6. You're
Damn
gonna be rolling,
3d6.
and then you can add your what is it? Your dexterity? Or
My
is it
sleight of hand.
sleight of hand. Yes, you can add your sleight of hand. Truth be told, he also has his sleight of hand ready as well.
And it's a plus 11.
Okay,
No,
okay.
It's not
Hey,
that
that's close to mine. Oh, it's not that. Oh, it did not.
It's not that powerful, but I mean, it's gonna.
All right, I have my almost perfect roll.
All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, roll.
27.
25.
That is so sick.
Easy.
All right.
Who won? Who won?
We ain't over yet. Calm down. How about another game?
I'm always up for another game.
All right.
Well, you should know stakes first, shouldn't you?
Those aren't important.
I think it is. It's
2,
worth it
We'll
to
learn
figure
them
it out.
after I win.
1, roll. What'd you get?
23.
32.
Oh.
All right. He looks and he goes, "Now I told you."
Well, shit.
Well, don't worry. I like to play fair. One more game.
All right.
To just even the odds. Alright, 3, 2, 1.
26.
He got a 10.
Some card
Nice.
dealer here.
He looks and goes,
Well, Mr. Card Dealer.
"Where?" Alright. I'm a man of my promise. So what question are you want to ask again?
It was about what his mother did. Right?
Alright. Well, history states it was a mighty trio of outlaws and ravishly murderous people robbing banks, taking highwaymen out, killing Pinkertons. But it was actually 4 of them. Father Jonathan, now he's a interesting fella. Was his real name, but he decided to go with Tombstone. William, your father, as he points down to the ground, kind of putting his foot towards the, kind of smushing it into the dirt a little.
Hey, get your foot away from my father's grave.
Hey,
Alright, boy.
respect me, Jonathan.
Your father was a murderous sociopath who murdered innocent lives, robbed several banks, and was a wanted man in several counties. I think a little messing up of his final grave can at least do him that bit of harm.
You shut your bitch ass up.
Oh.
Ow.
Alright, I won't say anything more of him. Mr. Wells, a greedy man of himself, trying to find love in every hotel and money in everyone's pockets. Greedy man was he. He's dealt cards for me as well. But Elizabeth, Elton's mother, was the brains of most of the operations. Now, she studied most notable artifacts about Scientology and all this stuff about history and mostly about myths. Her favorite, well, is a tale of mine. You see, long before all this desert wasteland and absolutely nothing of what America's made it, it used to be water, covered in it, thousands upon thousands of miles. And God, wanting to keep his mighty land sacred, decided to put a guardian to protect this land. And so he did. I'll protect them from thieves and anyone who traveled against them. But then one day, the water dried up, creating the land that is today. Oh, great America. He spits. This mutiny of tyranny and turmoil is what took the place. But the Guardian still remains. I don't know where. Nor does God himself know where, but it's there. And Elizabeth, Elton's mother, is the reason why that Reverend William and Mr. Wells is out here today. They ain't here for gold, nor for riches, but for absolute chaos. Now you heed my warnings.
Good. I'm sorry, Cargill, but could I ask you just one more question?
And what is it?
So, let's just say whenever they die, they'll be damned, right?
Well, that all depends on who's saving them. They
Will
die by my
that
hand.
Will that happen to me when I die?
For you? Well, it depends. Those who seek power often receive it, but at a price. If you want to wish yourself salvation, you can, but for the things you've done in your life, the things for that so-on family of yours, well, let's be hoping that the third floor of hell isn't too hot for you.
There's no way whatsoever besides just wishing that I couldn't come back from that I couldn't not be there.
That is all up to you. As he starts to walk towards you, Levi, he puts his finger on your heart and points to the poker chip as well. You want to save yourself. That's your way to do it. If not, go find peace in God, at least. He might save you.
I'll try to at least do that. You've been quite a help to us already. We barely know anything about you.
Well, that's the point.
Is there something we can call you by in the card dealer?
Do what now?
Is there something else we can call you by besides the card dealer?
I go by many names. Right now, just keep to what you know me as.
Okay.
Can I call him Daryl?
I don't think he liked that.
That's fair.
You know, that's not a bad name. I think I like Daryl.
Daryl, can you make Jonathan blind too? That'd be pretty cool.
No.
Don't make him blind.
You
He's
want a
just
bet?
trying to mess with them.
Oh yeah.
He's trying to mess with them. He's messed with me already this day.
I didn't say
Please
that
don't
in the.
get
I
more
didn't say that in the campaign. I didn't say that in the campaign. You can't prevent it.
Don't give him more power.
I'd love to gamble.
Well, this one can be done in a handshake if you want.
I'm pissed.
I'm more into the games that have to do with cards and dice.
How about a little gamble before you head on your way?
Sure.
He
Why
reaches
is he
into his
gambling for
pocket,
this?
and he pulls out what seems to be an envelope. One game for this.
What is it?
Well, you'll find out.
And what if I somehow lose? Not that that's gonna happen.
Your friend over there also loses his sight.
Well, no, that was a joke. I don't actually want two blind people. That's just a lot to take care of.
Well, do you want this envelope?
Well, I don't know if I want it or not.
How long is he going to be blind for?
Depends on how gracious I am.
Alright, let's gamble.
You've been quite gracious already.
Not to you, at least.
Really you have. Given me a choice.
Alright. Alright, 3, 2, 1, roll.
Thank God I get advantage. Oh man.
So wasteful.
26.
He looks at you. And he tosses the envelope towards your feet. Take it.
I'm gonna pick up that envelope and open it. Bro, I just gambled with Corey's sight.
It seems to be a poem of some sorts that reads,
You have no idea how angry I am.
sun by day, moon by night. The vessel of the ocean holds the secrets of the angel's might. Find the vessel.
Okay.
Well, it's been fun seeing you all together.
You have a great day, card dealer.
One moment. You didn't give me any gold for winning those games. It's customary, you know. It's like something you always do.
He looks over near Elton's grave. Or not Elton, sorry, William's grave. I was
About to
like,
say.
wait a second.
Say Elton's dead?
Oh,
Yeah, he didn't show up today. What the fuck?
That's why you didn't show. Looks towards William's grave and he picks up a giant handful of stones. As you see that the glowing force kind of goes into his arm as the stones begin to turn into gold.
Oh.
He drops them towards the dirt. Makes large thuds and kind of like small holes in the dirt. Just a little. Would that be enough?
Absolutely. I'm gonna tip my hat at him. Good day to you, card dealer.
And a good day to you.
Have a good day, card dealer.
Tobias is gonna pick up that gold. How much is it?
Let me roll.
Dude, I'm so rich already.
Let's
2,000
see.
pounds of gold.
Gold is about. Was it? Hang on. Is it like?
Oh, that's right. It's not. I'm not gonna turn it into actual gold. Or will
Yeah, you gotta turn it into.
it? Dollars.
Yeah.
How much is gold per pound?
We'll look at that real quick.
Bro, I
Average price of gold per pound back then?
I beat God in poker and then I hassled him.
You beat God in poker for me as well.
Let's see, there was
Yeah.
10 stones, and then there was.
Okay, to get that gold, you gambled away my eyesight. I want some of that shit.
I don't think so, Jonathan.
I'm gonna
He
kick
put
your
it
ass.
up.
How does.
Put my fucking eyesight on the line.
How does $2,000 sound?
$2,000 sounds great.
That's if you
It's a
turn
lot
it
of
into
fucking
cash.
money.
Right
Okay,
now, it's
okay.
just big lumps of rock, but
Yeah.
it's still
Gonna
a lot
put
of
that in
money.
my backpack.
And like when in this time, you could buy chocolate for a nickel.
Yeah.
So, boys, all that being heard, I think we should actually head back to Devil's Gully.
And do what there?
Well, Wells has my boy. And after hearing all that, I trust him even less.
Yeah, he isn't very trustworthy.
I want to get my boys out of there, and I will need y'all's help.
You want to head back to Devil's Gullet, or do you want to stay here to go to Wolf's Hollow?
You want to roll for it?
No, I want to go for my boys.
Well, I mean,
Plus,
what were
we
we
could
even
go-
going to Wolf's Hollow for in the first place? I don't remember.
You
Do
guys have to
something for
find out
Wells.
who gave the contract to those
For
miners.
Wells. That's something for Wells, you know that, right?
Well, Levi, you don't have much of a choice in the matter here, and honestly, Wells' gold that he was offering is a little more enticing than the lives of your partners. I don't mean to sound cruel.
Are you
but-
saying my boys' lives are worthless?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the gold is worth
These
more.
men have saved my life.
And what have they done for me? Nothing. So why should I help?
They've kept me alive. And
I think
I've
you're being.
killed
I think.
stuff for you.
I think you're being a little bit too harsh on the men,
Who are you talking to?
Tobias.
Well, I understand that, but did you see how much money he was offering us? I don't
We
necessarily.
we can kill him and take his money anyways.
Devil's Gullet is where I grew up. I'd have to run away from Devil's Gullet if I killed somebody there.
Well, I think he'd be happy to be $30,000 richer.
That's true, but then I also, if we
Still
just did
running
his
away.
mission, I wouldn't need to run away.
I'm not letting my boys die.
That is all.
All right.
Car dealers looking down at this, just like, you mortals and your attachments.
I can't say that I'll help you kill Wells, but we'll go
Plus,
back and check
what
on your
the-
boys.
Plus, we can go talk to that pastor. You know he could be a help to us as well.
All right, let's go.
As you decide to leave Elton and Malcolm sleeping in their beds, you don't want to
Fine.
wake them for this.
I want to leave a note in Malcolm's room saying where we went, so if he wakes up,
Okay.
he knows where.
Alright. As you all head off in the bright and early morning, it's gonna take a couple of minutes, but as you begin traveling, you notice that along the way, you see that there's a lot more carts going by. Like, a lot more. And Tobias, you would know them more firmly as you see that there's families with children and other people heading out with suitcases and other things. That most of these are actually residents of Devil's Gullet.
Well, what's going on here? On a walk, can I walk up to one of them and
Yeah,
ask
you
that?
can.
All right, Tobias is gonna go walk up to one of the wagons.
You see that there's a family, a father kind of getting his children together, getting their suitcases, kind of putting in a wagon as like the wife is kind of rushing the kids in, and as they see you kind of stepping towards them, the mother puts the kids faster into the cart, and the older gentleman kind of looks at you and goes, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, what's going on here? Why are all the residents leaving?
Haven't you been hearing what's going on? There's dead men
Nope.
walking.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard that.
The dead's coming. People are freaking out. They're saying that the church's graves have been robbed, or they're saying that the dead have risen.
The dead in the graveyard at Devil's Gullet have risen?
One of my sisters I had buried there, and she's no longer there. I went to go check this morning, and the bodies are there.
Alright, well, I'm sorry about that. Thanks for the information.
Are you heading back into town?
Indeed I am.
Well, go. Get out of here. Don't. No. You don't want to go back.
Don't worry about it.
You stay safe there.
I want to toss some, I was going to say 10 gold coins, but that's not a thing. I'm going to give him $10 and be on my way.
Thank you. As he kind of gives it to his wife like, in distress a little bit, kind of looks at you and gives a subtle, like, nod, smile, basically. They're obviously, like, scared and packing, and you see that there's dozens and upon dozens of carts, as some caravans are kind of guiding people through the trails. As you've now reached the entrance of Devil's Gullet. Levi,
Hey,
how were you riding into town?
How am I?
Yeah. How
I'm
are you?
riding on the back. I'm riding on the back of one of their horses.
Okay, I was about to be like, if you brought your own,
I can still handle this thing like a charm.
I can still handle it. Crashes.
Drives
Like,
into
goes
drives
up
into
a
the Pacific
mountain.
Ocean.
Goes up a mountain.
He's on the other
Goes
side
into
of the
the
world.
Pacific Ocean. Stops off in Tokyo, Japan.
Hey, boys. One of the people in the wagons told me that all the dead in Devil's Gullet have risen.
Well, it's nothing new for us.
That's a surprise.
There's 4 people we need to be on the lookout for, boys, and make sure we try and find them. Okay? You
Should we
listen?
believe the
Well,
card dealer, though?
You need to find.
He's a pretty sketchy guy.
He's the one that's given us this power. I think we can trust him.
He's also the one that blinded you and tried killing Elton's mother.
Yeah, but Elton's mother ain't quite the nice person now that I've heard.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do we trust him or not? How do we know if he wasn't lying?
We just gotta take his word for now. We don't know anything else.
I would want to trust him.
Alright. Let's just investigate a little more, though, before we make any hasty decisions.
We need to find 4 people, though, so open your ears, boys. Priority people right now are not Bill and Ted. It's Elizabeth and the pastor, okay? You
Alright,
got that?
boys. Keep your eyes peeled.
But if you do find Bill and Ted, get them out of there. If you find their bodies, then bring them over.
Alright, let's go.
All right.
Alright.
So
Is there anybody left here, or is it just like a ghost town at this point?
Yeah,
Marvin?
but
stupid
Uh-oh.
hipster.
Stupid hipster. Oh, it's step 1D. 1 pst, E or 3R. So how is everyone's day?
Pretty good.
it's alright.
That's amazing.
Can't see. Nothing new, though.
Yeah, just keep your eyes peeled. We'll find him. We'll find him eventually.
I'll keep your eyes peeled. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sure, you could even find me in the first place.
Tap
I don't
on
know
the
if you
shoulder
could
again.
see me even with your eyes.
I could.
Y'all are
I
mean.
could kill you, too. I could kill just as easy, just right now.
Is that a bet?
You willing to put your life on that, man?
I'm willing to put my life on any bet. I'm willing to bet Jonathan's vision.
I'll kick your ass.
You won't be able to if you're
Always
blind.
be able to-
I'll toss.
Always be able to bet.
I'm gonna give you one of the bars of gold, Corey. Depending on, I'm gonna give you about $500 worth of gold.
Gangsta.
Whose horse am I on the back of, anyways? Between the two of you,
Wait, what?
because I'm riding on the back of one of your horses.
Jonathan's.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I like you more, Jonathan,
Yeah.
just because I knew his father. Secretly, Levi's gonna kill Jonathan for his father's pride.
I'm secretly going to gamble your vision again and then kill you while you cannot see.
Punch you in the face. I'm gonna punch you in the face. I'm gonna punch you
If
in
you
the
can
face.
see.
Punch
No,
you
I'm
in the
lawful
face.
neutral. I'm lawful neutral. I won't do that.
What alignment did I make my character? Oh, my character's chaotic neutral too.
How are you? You haven't been acting chaotic neutral.
Hold on, I'll make it. I'll make
You
it
would-
lawful. I'll make it lawful and neutral.
I
You've been, like,
probably.
good. You've been acting like good, Corey. You're like chaotic good.
I can't believe I beat God at poker, guys.
My apologies. I'm sorry. I'm back.
That's okay.
Yes, you beat God at poker. You happy?
Yeah,
You want a
I'm
cookie?
happy. I want. Nah, he gave me everything I wanted.
Money, baby.
So we're at Devil's Gullet, right?
Yep, you guys are at the
Is
entrance
it-
of Devil's Gullet.
Is it like a ghost town, or is it still like bustling with people
It's-
packing up?
It's still bustling. There's people packing up. It's not like people are gonna desert it. It's just
Yeah.
some families that were like staying there for a while are packing up. So I mean, you do see that there's not that many people in like saloons, and there's more people outside with horses and wagons. You see that a couple of caravans are going through, kind of getting stuff from the general store, and like not a lot of people are going to Pandora or the Owl's Den.
Do we know where Wells is at the moment?
As far as
You
you
mean
know,
the
you
mob?
you would assume maybe the Owl's Den, or where have you guys seen him?
Yeah.
You see that there
We-
are a lot of people at the church, though, mostly heading up towards like the graveyard.
But Gavin, remember, he needed my boys at the mine. He was going to be at the mine.
Wait, then why'd you bring him all the way down to Devil's Gullet?
Why did we go down to Devil's Gullet? To save some people.
Yeah, you
To
said
get
you're
my
gonna
boy.
get your boys, but he said that.
Heads up,
The
Hunter's on his
mine
way,
is
by the way.
near Devil's Gullet. Gavin, the mine is near Devil's Gullet.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
absolutely not.
It's at Gully Mine.
I'm looking at the map. Yeah, I'm looking at the map right now.
Oh man, I am blind.
You guys, see, you gave the blind man the map.
Alright, we got the pastor. We need the pastor at least. Pastor
I'd also
You also have.
I'd also
Elizabeth
like
and the
to
pastor.
yeah, I was gonna say I'd like to actually go check out Elizabeth's house and see if I can find any clues.
I want to check out the fucking church,
Could you lead
and
me
that
there?
that also being the graveyard. You know what? I'll
Ooh,
go there
could
on
you
my
lead me
horse.
there?
I'll go there on my horse.
Yeah, you can go. And I mean, Levi's on
The
the
horse
back of your
that-
horse.
Yeah.
Indeed, he is.
And while they do that, I'm gonna go to Elizabeth's house, assuming I know where that is since I'm a local.
You had heard that during that deal with Elton, that she had Mr. Wells was able to move Elizabeth right next to the general store, which is
Right,
literally
yeah.
right next to you.
Well, in that case, I'd also like to check out her old house to see if there was anything left behind.
Oh yeah, sure. You can check out both. Which
Yeah,
one would you
so I
like
don't
to
know.
check out first?
I'll check out. I'm gonna go to the old one and see if there's anybody in it real quick.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything?
You can roll investigation. Yeah. I mean, it's farther downtown near where the church is, but yes, if you're
Nat
heading
20.
Congratulations. Yeah, it's
empty.
it's a big shack. Well,
Okay, I
technically a big
wanna
shack. It's,
go into the big shack and investigate it. See if I can find any like. You know.
inside,
Looks like Malcolm has arrived.
you see that a bunch of stuff has like been moved, and like there's not that many boxes. You see that the base like mattress and like the base other stuff is, but you do see a lot of skid marks near the floor where the bed was. It had been moved a lot.
And that's kind of it.
So, yeah, it just seems to be an empty place. It's like a bunch of
Okay.
floorboards, and like you see that there's
I
some.
just. Can I investigate the floorboards to see if any of them are loose?
Yeah, you can. Roll me a strength check.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Just a base strength?
Yeah.
That is a 10.
Well, You got half the board off, kind of. It broke halfway. So I mean, it's like you pried the nails and then it went and split in two. So not the prettiest sight, but hey, there's an opening. But
cool. Can I like reach in there? See if
see
there's
that
anything in there.
there does seem to be a journal on the inside.
I want to check that journal out.
All right. You do see it has. It seems to be signed by Elizabeth. And it has a bunch of pictures of, not only of just them during like exploration, but during the mining companies that she's been with. But you do see that there's also photographs of when she was with the four of them. You see that four of them are on horses, that William is holding a rifle as he's on a horse. You see that she's front and center with Mr. Wells. Mr. Wells kind of holding this coat, like being all stern in this photograph. But you also see you also see that Father Tombstone is there too, all in his black reverend outfit, holding his 6-shooter.
Alright, I'm gonna pocket this journal and head to the others.
Alright. You do see that it has one thing keen to the thing. You see that in between some of the pages, some of them are ripped a little bit in, that there is a vial. What seems to be black tar.
Oh boy.
Like the stuff I have?
Oh no.
Yep.
And a lot of.
By the way, Elton and Malcolm are back at the farm still. We're at Level
I'm
Scarlet.
here.
And welcome. But you also do see that in her journal that there's also pictures of a large, what almost looks like not ships that you've known, like most of like steamboats and boats that they had, but of an old Spaniard ship almost.
It's the Spanish Inquisition.
It seems to be stuck in the sand somewhere. And then you realize it's
The Vessel of the Sea.
very familiar. That this is actually right close to Jonathan's farm. It's what's now known as like a tourist attraction to some, but not a lot can see it. Because, well, it's out in the middle of the sinking sand. Basically just sand that keeps going down forever. But, yeah, you know what this is. Alright. You gonna pocket it?
Oh yeah, I'm pocketing it and going to the others.
Alright.
What about the other house?
Oh yeah, you gonna go to the other house, or are you gonna...
Tobias feels like he found what he wants. Found what he needs.
Alright.
But Elizabeth is a key target.
Oh yeah.
Alright, yeah. Well, I guess Tobias will also be like, you know what? Actually, I should go check out the other house.
He's like, nah, I should leave. Actually, should go back. Well.
Actually, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you
So yeah, I'll go
head
check out
to
the other house.
right next
like
to the
to-
general store is a yellow, small, thin, but like a 2-story house.
Gonna just knock on the door.
Alright. You would knock, a couple seconds pass, but you see the door swings open just a little bit. She goes, hello?
Hello, Miss Dwight.
Yes. You must be Elton's friends, I presume?
Yeah. I was just, sent here by Elton to check up on you.
Oh, really? Where is he right now?
Yeah.
Was he?
He's...
I don't remember
Adam.
doing that.
He is
Tis a
Adam.
lie.
No, my mother. If you
We're all
killed my
camping
mother,
out
I
at
swear to
close
God.
friend's farm right now.
At the Fitzgerald's farm?
Yes.
Ah, I knew his father a lot.
Did you now? What can you tell me about him?
Ah, kind old farmer that you'd see on the... He had a big farmer's stand. He mostly stayed on his land, and we stayed here in Devil's Gullet. Nothing too interesting.
I'd like to do a perception check real quick, just to see if I can.
Pull any
Does that
more
mean my mom
information.
lied to me?
18.
18?
Yep.
You see, she's kind of... She's truthful about most of it, but she's not telling you everything. You can clearly tell. After what the car dealer had told you, and what you've seen in the photographs underneath the floorboards, yeah. There's more to it.
Okay. Well, Miss Dwight, I was just wondering how you were doing today. I see everybody's packing up.
Yes, it's terrible.
Are you planning on leaving?
No, I can't say. I don't really have any place to go to. Would you like some tea?
Actually, I do have quite a bit of business today, so I cannot stay for tea.
Alright. Is there anything else that you... Has Elton tried to been worried? Has he dropped the bottles?
I swear to God.
Has he gone sober?
I think ever since we left Devil's Gullet, he has not touched the bottle, so,
Thank
yeah.
God. You know, if someone can
That's
do it,
technically true.
I believe you can help him. He is a wary soul, of course.
I don't think I can stop Elton from, touching the bottle, but...
Well, you at least try to slap it out of his hand.
I'll try. Good day, Miss Dwight.
And you too.
Tip my hat. I'm gonna walk away.
Get her off the bottle.
Get him off the bottle. Stop sitting on the
I'm gonna
bottle.
head to
That's
the
no
others, and
easy task.
I'm gonna let them know, yeah, Elizabeth's at that house, and she's got some things she's hiding, and I want to show them the journal.
Wait. Elizabeth?
Yes.
Do you mean Elizabeth?
Wait, is that not her mother? I don't remember the name.
Hey, what's your mother's name?
His mother's name's like Miriam or something.
Guess what?
Yeah, Elizabeth.
It's Elizabeth now.
No, guess what? That's half right.
Always, never the same day.
What do you mean that's half right?
That's what she told
Dad!
you.
Are Malcolm and Elton with us now, or are they still at the farm?
They are actually heading up towards the church. Because you decide to... Oh, Malcolm and Elton?
No, Malcolm and... yeah.
You see that hurrying from the
My mother's
entrance.
house.
You see that Elton and Malcolm are kind of riding on the horses, and they're like... kind of furious that you guys left.
Oh, just wait until he finds out what
Same mad.
Tobias was up
Wait
to.
until you find out what we found, alright?
Oh yeah,
Elton?
just
Wait
you
till
wait.
you find out what we
Yeah.
found out.
I'm afraid.
Elton, you just
What have you
wait.
done? What have you done?
You'll be
We haven't
very,
done anything!
very interested,
listen.
don't worry.
Anyway,
Afraid.
Your mother's quite the interesting lady.
I'm gonna show everybody the journal I found, and I'm
Oh.
gonna pull out that vial of the black
Can't
tar.
see it.
Yeah,
You know, I'm
would
gonna
have to-
fucking...
Can't see it.
Jonathan and Levi are at the
why?
church, so I guess
Oh, you're right, you're right.
you're gonna have to show Elton and Malcolm at least.
I'll meet Malcolm and Elton while they're riding in.
All right. You see as they kind of settle down their horses that the dust kind of picks up just a little as they're kind of.
Why the hell didn't you wake us up?
I tried waking Malcolm up, but nothing really can wake him up, and you just scare me, so I thought you were gonna deck me if I tried waking you up.
Ah, so you're a wuss.
That I am.
Listen here.
That makes sense.
At least
I'm only like
Now,
not scared of gambling.
Hey Elton,
Well,
your mother. What do you know about her?
Well, she's a devout Christian, although she hasn't been able to go to church lately. She hated my father not because of his personality, but because of his addiction to alcohol, in which I am also suffering from. And she's just been a great mom to me over the years. Why? Oh, she knew the Reverend's father.
I'm gonna pull out
do you
the
wanna pull
journal
up the
I
journal?
found,
As
and I
you
want to
pull
show it
out,
to Elton and Malcolm.
When you open
What
it
is
up, the first page is 4 wanted posters of both Miriam, Elizabeth, Dwight, Mr. Wells, Mr. Henry Wells, Father Tombstone, and of William Fitzgerald. All
that
wanted
interesting?
posters.
Why?
Oh, by the way, guys, I gambled with God and I won 3 times. I just
That's
wanted
cool
to
and
let
all.
you guys
Why
know
is
that.
my mother? Why is my mother in this journal?
Well,
Why?
Elton, I'm scared to tell you this, but I did a little snooping around in your old house. And under the
Did what?
floorboards... Listen, let me finish, alright? Actually, okay, let me start from the beginning. We went to go bury Jonathan's father. He was already buried. I don't know, that's kind of weird. But the card dealer showed up to us again. And then told us about your mother. And said that she was a scoundrel.
My mother?
Your mother.
Is
And
not a
this
scoundrel.
journal right
I believe
here...
his exact words were, "A traitor to all mankind, treacherous found
Scoundrel, traitor to all mankind, same thing.
No,
Here-
use
now,
the
hold
words
up.
here, Tobias.
Do
Get
not
it
talk about my
over
mother.
with.
I
Get
don't
it
care.
over
Hey.
Let them talk. Shut your mouth holes and let them talk.
It's quiet time. Put your head
Every one
down.
of you is with life.
It's
Now listen up. Listen. I don't care what kind of things my mother has done. You never, I mean never, call her a scoundrel. Right?
Alright, she's a crook.
Hey, that's even worse. Don't you? It's my mother, and you will refer to her as only my mother.
You see, as you guys are arguing, it's kind of getting louder and louder. The door right in front of you opens up a little, and she goes, Elton, I didn't know you came into town.
I was like, oh snap. Hey, ma.
Did you not write? Here, come in, come have tea.
What do you mean? Did I not write? You know, you never put me through school. I don't know how to write.
I apologize. Oh,
It's okay.
is this
Mama.
your friend that had? It's so nice to meet you again. There. What was your name?
Wait, Mama.
Yeah.
Stop real quick. Tobias, will you walk over to the side with me real quick?
I will not. I would rather just go in and have some tea.
No, we're having a talk right now.
Well,
Tobias.
Elton, your mother is offering us tea. It would be so rude to decline.
You talk
I'm not
with your
declining. I'm just
friend.
saying before we go inside for tea, I need to talk with you
Now,
real
here,
quick.
El, you can talk. I'll go start up the tea. All right? And she goes and heads on
That
in.
sounds good, Mama. Thank you, Mama.
You're welcome.
I'm here.
How about I
Alright,
lend a helping hand?
Turns to Tobias and he's like, "Now you listen here, you son."
Malcolm's a mama's boy. He's gonna go help Elton's mom make the tea.
You, Malcolm.
Malcolm's this big hulking dude, and he's like, I can help.
Now, Tobias, it's been a good time. See you
You're
later.
leaving me already, Malcolm.
Yeah, Tobias. Buddy.
Yes, Elton.
Our friend. Amigo.
Do
Pal,
not call
I'm
me
not
pal.
mad.
Buddy, pal.
See, pal, I'm not mad that you went into my old house. I'm not mad that you went into the floorboards. I'm not mad that
told
you
me to.
told me. I don't care. I'm not mad that you found this book. I'm not mad that my mother is a quote-unquote crook. What I'm mad about is you interrogating my mother.
I was not interrogating her. I was scouting to see if she was there. Because as you can see, everybody is packing up and leaving Devil's Gullet because the dead have risen. I wanted to make sure she was still here.
Oh, right. Elton didn't hear about that. So
Yeah.
basically...
Pardon, hold on. Wait. Dead have... As in, like,
Yeah.
the same thing that happened in the mine and...
They
to-
said everybody in the Devil's Gullet graveyard has risen. and then gone
Oh my
missing.
God.
All the bodies.
This is why
inside
you wake us up.
I tried waking Malcolm up.
Next time,
I literally tried waking him up. I've been
next
saying
time,
that.
pull off your little girl. Hey, buddy. Next time, pull your hair out of them pigtails and put on some big boy pants and tell me next time.
Alright. I don't need to take this from you. I gambled with God and I won, alright? What have you done?
Care.
You carry
Have
some
I done?
boxes and Devil's
Have I
Gullet, huh?
done?
He
You know what I've
gambled
done?
with my eyesight. He gambled
I
with
gambled
my
with
eyesight.
Jonathan's eyesight and I won
You
because
don't,
I'm that
you
good.
don't want to
Dude,
fuck with this
Do
man.
you know how much gold I've won? I'm gonna pull out like some of the bars and shove it in
I
Elton's face.
smacked them out of his hand.
I'm gonna pick him up and put him back in my
Roll.
backpack. Alright, Elton. We don't need to get
Okay,
aggressive with this.
real quick. I want Elton to kind of grab him by the collar. I want him to be like, "Hey, you listen here. I don't care what you've gone through and what you think you've accomplished. I about lost my mother yesterday. I don't want to hear any of this. I about lost her. Okay?
You see the door opens up and says, "Are you ready for tea?"
No, Mom. I'm sorry.
I am.
Oh well, come on in. Don't be a stranger. As you
Elton
all,
lets him go.
Tobias is gonna slip away from Elton and go into the house.
as you all head inside this, which Mr. Wells was promised his word. Yeah, closer to the right next to the general store, and in finer
So
conditions
good.
than ever.
Oh, yay, Mom. I'm so happy.
I'm so happy. I've been feeling so much better after Mr. Wells had been giving us promises. So, what exactly were you wanting to talk about there? Your name Tobias, I believe?
Yes, Tobias Williams.
Yes.
We were just discussing how much money Elton owed me.
I owe you nothing.
He owes you
That's
money?
what you think. That he does.
Ah.
You see, I'm a bit of a gambler, and Elton doesn't have the. I'm not gonna finish that sentence, but he owes me some money.
Tobias, you're lucky you're inside my mother's house right now.
Elton, I had so much promise in you. I thought you were going to change.
Mama, I have changed. I haven't spent money on booze. I haven't.
You stole it from a
different.
mine in a dead man's.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
You stole it from
Yeah,
a dead
shut up.
man.
Shut up.
I'm not there, don't worry.
Tobias, you don't come into my mother's house and demand money because I'm not able to pay up.
I'm
That is
not
my problem and not
demanding money from your mother. I would never do that.
It sure sounded like it.
No, she was just simply asking what we were discussing, and I was telling her.
We were not discussing that.
Now,
That is what we were discussing.
Incorrect.
it's alright. I can pay up front if that's what's needed.
No.
Mama, we're not paying anything.
I have plenty money after what Mr. Wells had given us.
It's still unacceptable, alright? You are not paying him money.
It's how much
Only
does,
money you're
how much
spending
does
is
he
on-
I
owe?
agree. I agree with Elton here. Don't pay me for Elton's mistakes.
Well,
Tobias really wants to die, doesn't
are you
Threatening the party.
so?
he? You're literally upsetting the biggest man in the party.
Your mother's a terrible person.
Yeah, I proved it to you with the journal. There's literally wanted
Just because
posters.
there's a
for her.
poster doesn't mean that she's done
There's a
something
there's a
horrendous.
vial of the
A
black
literal
tar in
god.
there. There's a
God.
Well, guess what? I have a vial of black tar too, but that doesn't make me a criminal.
all right, but she's also associated with all the shady people in town.
Well, guess what?
A
All
literal
of us
god
who live
has
here
told
are.
us that she's a terrible person.
Anyway, this doesn't matter.
A literal deity came down from Earth just to say she's a bitch.
Yeah.
Beat you all up.
As
I'll kill you first. Try it.
you are kind of just arguing about money, she looks up and she goes, "Where'd you get that book, son?"
Uh-oh.
I don't have the book. I don't have the book. It's in my pocket.
See, right now, you don't have to worry about Elton. You gotta worry about his mama now.
Is that... Oh, is that one of my journals?
Ugh.
Now, this book right here is my journal.
Bias.
Roll
The crap.
deception.
I believe
Roll
I can
seven.
understand the giant. My signature is written on the front of it. It's quite all right here. Let me see it at least.
Tobias hands her the journal.
The tea's
Mama,
getting
what did you
cold.
do?
You know, Malcolm's just sitting there like,
Oh.
tea's getting cold.
He's got like a pink apron on and everything. He's got oven mitts on.
He's just tea's getting cold.
He's getting cold.
I
One lump or two.
never thought I'd talk about this over a thing of tea. If you can bring the tea in, she kind of points over to you, Malcolm. She looks and goes, you know, Elton, I'm not the best mother in the world.
It's okay, Mama. You've done a lot for
No, I mean,
What is this book about?
I've done more. In my youth, I was not such more of the simple, crazy lady of the town. I was more of a, well, someone, if you saw us riding towards you, you knew that all your money, your guns, and your horses was gonna be gone, and, well, I ran with a gang a long time ago. But,
Is that
That's a
how
dig.
you knew? That why Mr. Fargo helped you? Because
yeah, Mr. Wells had helped me not because of the graces of you asking, but of an old favor. You see, we did a lot of bad things, but worst one was, well, she kind of flips over the pages and a lot more, and opens up to one page, the one with the vial. This damn thing. She slams it on the little table just a little. Has brought me more pain in my entire life.
Mama, what did you do? Are you even my mom?
Now, let's not go steering too far off the track.
Mama.
I am your mother. I birthed you, I raised you, and I had to breastfeed you every now and then. Of course, you didn't like it.
A little bit farther.
Well, you was
Who?
asking.
And what really happened to Dad? Did he actually leave, or did something else happen?
You know, back in my youth,
Mama.
your father wasn't the only one I loved.
What do you mean?
That favor of Mr. Wells wasn't just because we partied, but of
My God, is he is out of character? Is Mr. Wells my biological father?
Well, you carried the drunkardness over from
he
the other guy.
wants to become a better being after you left. And so he gave me this, all of it. The money, the house. Hell, he gave me you. That was the happiest thing I've ever done. But he wanted more. He wanted to continue on the adventures, to keep getting more rich, but I couldn't. I was getting old. What was I going to do with a child and a 6-shooter in my hand? Was I going to pick thieving and killing over this simple life? And so we split that day. Decided not to talk about it. And that was the end.
Elton drops his teacup.
Elton, I'm not a terrible person, but I've done terrible things in my life.
I mean, you say that like everyone's exempt from sin.
I've tried to do everything good in my life, but I just keep remembering. All I remember is just those damn tomes about the angel of death coming down for everyone. Father Tombstone talked about it. Hell, he even had his child at the same time.
Who's this child?
The Reverend, of course. He'd go to every town just trying to party with every girl. One day he slipped up and was given a baby. He hated it so much he was going to drown it. I took him and I brought him towards the church. And we left him there.
So, hold on. What you're telling me? Hold on, I need a moment. So what you're saying is
You have a brother.
shit.
Slurp stay at a slow pace.
It's just looking back and forth at them.
He's just like...
Sorry. Slurp stay at a much slower pace.
This damn tar, whatever it is, I don't know. I thought we buried
Elton
it.
pulls out the giant whiskey bottle with tar in it.
Dear God. Elton, when was this?
This was in the mine. One that
The one that
Reverend, the original Reverend, had owned.
Mr. Wells sent you to the mines?
Because he said someone was illegally mining there. That son of a bitch tell us a lie.
No. I thought we sealed that up a long time ago.
Not good enough.
Father Tombstone himself, he believed that this damn tar was the key to bringing back everything from revelations to the myths about this deity, this angel of death he believed guarding the land. He believed this was the key to it all. And so he tried. He went to the graveyard one night and started taking bodies. No one believed it. We just thought they were going missing from grave robbers and other stuff. We were too busy getting drunk, stealing from others. We didn't care. We didn't know what was going on. And then we saw it. We went inside. We went inside one of the houses one day. And we saw the bodies laying there, strapped to the table by belts, as they kept wriggling around, even though most of them didn't even have limbs. Or hell, one of them didn't even have a head. But it kept moving. It kept trying to fight. But Tombstone...
Yeah, we got that much, Mama.
He figured out a way to control it all. How to talk to them. the
Were
mind.
you religious before or after this? Was it this action that changed you? Or were you just so complacent and didn't care enough?
It was this that changed me. After I left the gang, I tried to find redemption in something. Not just find redemption in myself, but to see my son again. I already had you in one hand. At least I could see him in the other. Every Sunday. I'm sorry. I've caused
would
all
hope
of
so.
this.
Why did you never tell me? I have done everything for you. And
Because
you hid this from me. Trying to protect me, but look at this issue that's come up.
every time I look at you, I just see him holding a bottle. Yelling at me.
Well,
Yes. Just see him.
the man who you claimed was my father but left.
I didn't want him to be the father that raised you. To see that the way you've become today, I didn't want you to be raised by him. Around the bar, around the women, around glory. Just in riches, no. I wanted to find something else. But then you start picking up alcohol, and I don't know what I could do.
Well, Mama, the only thing I did pick up was alcohol. You know why? Because this life makes me sad. Knowing that you have lied all these years and not told me anything about this makes me sad. I am depressed, Mother. I don't even know what you've done. Either that or you just don't care.
She falls silent as she looks down at her tea. Begins tearing up just a little as she goes to say something, but she just starts going as she falls to the ground, clutching her chest.
Mama, no. Elton grabs his mother.
Alright?
I'm gonna do a medicine, because she's not about to kick the bucket right now.
Tobias is gonna go grab the doctor if he knows of one,
Yes,
which
the
I assumed he
doc
would.
Yeah, Docs
You
is
know
literally
who
like...
you are.
After I'm done helping my mother, I'm about to go beat up a bar owner.
I think your mother can be eternally damned.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna go get
Why
the
is she
doctor.
eternally damned? I thought losing your
Because-
sight, which I am still very thankful for.
You were gonna die, but the card dealer took her life instead of yours, basically. But he
But
took
then
my
he took
vision
your
instead
sight.
of hers. So technically, you owe me yours and your mama's life.
So if she dies, she's still
You
dealt with the
won't-
card dealer. Therefore,
But
she
she
pays the
won't be dead.
price.
No, but I saved her.
I'm gonna, you know what? Get Mr. Wells. I'm gonna beat up the card dealer.
You're gonna be in a car. God himself.
I already did that.
I'm gonna beat up God.
What is a god
You can
to a non-believer?
Precisely. Alright, so I'm gonna roll for medicine now.
You can roll for medicine. As this is happening, Tobias, you begin just sprinting down the street, just kind of yelling. You see that Doc's medical store is just right beside the general store, almost.
Got a 19.
All right, you begin kind of just pumping at her chest, kind of helping her just a little. I mean, she's
She's going to cardiac arrest. Yes.
Basically, I mean, she's just, her heart was racing. The view finding out this it put too much stress on her.
Too much. Oh my god.
She's just panicking, and so I mean, you've helped her, but I mean, she's still gonna have the like actual medical help.
I'm gonna beat up the card dealer. After I beat up Wells.
After you beat up Wells.
After I beat up Wells, I'm beating up the card dealer,
Tobias,
and no one can stop me.
Tobias, you
You're not
immediately
gonna
run
beat
into the store. You
Can
see
we
that
can we get a chat in this Discord server called the list of people Elton wants to beat the shit out of?
Can we
The list,
Tobias, Wells,
list has
card
one
dealer.
word. The list has one word. Everyone.
Everyone. What's
do
up,
you
bud?
remember the time
Everyone
when we
is
said
fair
we wanted to
game.
go to church? You remember that?
Remember what?
It's been like an hour.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
You completely forgot about the church.
No, I didn't, but then like I didn't know this was gonna take longer. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, that's okay.
We're learning a lot here, though. It's good.
Elton, you immediately
I'm learning how much Elton hates people.
Tobias, you just slam open the door and you see that the doc is like, "Whoa, slow down. Son, what's
Hey,
the
Doc,
problem?
we need you
What?
by the general store.
What's going on?
And just come on, bring your shit.
All right.
Well, you need to tell him that way he has the proper stuff. My god.
He just has a big bag full of his stuff.
I mean, he just immediately
Brings it on.
grabs his bag, grabs the thing,
Just happens to not have the stuff for cardiac arrest.
grabs his flask,
I'd
grabs his
be
stuff, and he goes,
pissed.
"I'm too old for this. I swear to God." He gets running out the door.
I'm too old.
He starts running out the door. You're leading him towards him, and he goes, "Oh my God! Oh dear God! Everyone out of the way! Move!" I mean, as he like kind of spaces you away, he's gonna try to push you away, Elton. Just a little.
Elton, let's go.
Right. He begins kind of feeling her heartbeat and kind of doing some stuff, kind of pumping at her chest, bring the air into her, and kind of opens up a little a small vial as he's kind of pouring some liquids in and shaking it up as he just pours it in as she begins to calm down a little. He goes, "Oh, thank God. Your mother's gonna be fine. I just...
Gosh.
Thank you for bringing me here sooner. I'm gonna have to bring it to my... Do you mind carrying her?
I don't. Elton. Up.
Alright, he kind of is hopping.
I have to make a strength roll for this. I don't feel like I do.
You're a huge guy. She's a frail old lady.
You've been carrying coffins this entire time, and
I really
you're
have.
scared that you might have to carry another, so you just immediately, swiftly pick her up in your arms. She goes, I'm sorry. I love you. And she's kind of gasping for air, almost, kind of trying to say stuff to you.
Mama, please don't waste your energy. Just rest, please. Calm down.
You immediately head in. Doc just slams open the door, laying down a Gertie almost, as he points to you and goes, "Lay her down, please."
Elton does so.
Right. Now, you're gonna have to give me a couple of days. This, I don't know what to think about her. All right.
Alright, that'll give me some time to do some stuff.
All right. I'm gonna just need you to leave. All right. Thank you for bringing her in.
Elton turns and leaves. Guess where he's gonna head?
Now, hold on a moment. Tobias is gonna walk up to Elton, kind of put his hand on his shoulder and be like, "Elton, I know this is hard, but we gotta meet up with the others at the church."
Not right now. I'll be there in a second.
Elton, I don't recommend you do anything hasty without the rest of us.
I'll be fine.
I'm gonna follow Elton.
All right. You can follow
gonna-
slowly behind. Tobias, are you just gonna head to the church, or
I'm gonna head to the church with them, yeah.
Malcolm, you can head over. I'm gonna skip to the church, and I'll come back.
Thank the Lord.
I'm sorry. I left them at the
That took
church.
me
Hey, that's
hours.
D&D, bro.
Just be like that.
Hours.
An
D&D
hour-
be like
oh,
that. How long did our one shot take last night, Trevor?
yikes. All the way till like
You and
I was
I,
up until
everybody
2 in
else
the
quit,
morning.
and it was just me and you up until like 3 a.m.
5. It was like 5 hours.
Yikes.
It's a long
Hmm.
ass one shot, dude. I fucking like.
I got so mad. I'm sorry. I did. I shouldn't have gotten that mad. I kind of
I've still got the
overreacted.
nerve to punch someone in the fucking.
It
face.
wasn't an overreaction. It was a fair reaction.
Alright, so,
I literally made my character
To the
commit
church.
to do too.
Jonathan, you guys have been sitting at the church. You didn't want to go in because there was like a giant crowd, but you see that the crowd is now kind of dissipated and more towards the general store in that direction.
Judge. Church.
Hey, Jonathan and Levi. So here's some news. I found a journal with
Wait.
her name is Elizabeth.
It's
Elizabeth or
it's
Miriam Elizabeth.
Muriel is Elizabeth Dwight.
All right. I found Elton's mother's journal,
Yeah, there you
and
go.
yeah. So
Awesome.
Yeah,
Here's the
so-
tea.
I see it.
yeah. Well, I don't think I have it. Oh, that's funny. I get it because you're blind. Anyway, so we had a little chat, and
I mean, you grabbed it as soon as like you were leaving.
she went into cardiac arrest and everything after telling Elton, and then Elton got all like, "Rrr, I'm gonna go beat up Wells," and now Elton's on his way to beat up Wells.
Oh,
Well,
that is a lot at once.
we have,
Good sir,
we
I don't
have
think.
more-
Wait, what was that?
I think we have more important things than him just trying to beat somebody up right now.
Well, yeah, but here, our entire deal with Wells is going to be ruined if we don't stop him.
But here's the thing. He's my dad.
You're not here.
Yeah, you're not
The one-
here. You're
I
storming
know.
off to the
Malcolm's
elves.
trailing Elton right now, but
Yeah.
I don't think Malcolm's gonna be able to stop Elton if Elton decides to.
All right. How about
Watching
this?
Elton
We
just
can-
gets drunk at the bar and cries.
Aw.
Sounds like an Elton thing to do.
All right, you
Little
ready?
crybaby little wuss.
As you guys
Oh, really?
are at,
No, Jonathan didn't say that.
you guys are at the hill entrance of the church. What would you three like to do?
Right. Could somebody leave me in? I still don't know. I can trip over the
All right,
stairs.
I'm gonna take Elton's or not Elton. I'm gonna take Levi's arm and lead him the opposite way of the church.
You're fucking gay.
I
Now,
would wear one
Corey,
way.
you
I'm-
can-
no, I'm
Corey, you
going the
can
opposite
feel
way.
free to
Not-
speak up or not, but
He begins
I can
pointing
point at
the
these
other
further.
direction.
Alright. He put his horse towards facing the church. Then why am I being turned around?
how do you know it's facing towards
Yeah,
the
how
church?
do you know it's facing towards the church? You can't see anything. You are like in a void.
The way that you would type your horse is that way the face of the horse would be facing where you're going in.
Well,
Shit, he's
You-
bringing out talk that I
alright,
didn't expect from Trevor.
He's bringing out navigation points. All right, he has a point.
He's bringing out
I have a point.
longitude. He's bringing out longitude, latitude. Like what the fuck?
I'm an 80-year-old man. I know what I'm talking.
Long.
Oh, you're right.
lad.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go this way. I'm gonna lead him towards the church.
It was an accident. I am sorry.
It was accident, I swear.
Lead him off a cliff.
All right.
I was gonna point him in a direction and just let him walk forward.
Point him in a direction, bro. He can't see, bro.
No, he just lets go of him and he goes, farewell, goodbye.
Farewell.
Yeah, good. I'm just staying still.
All right. So you guys lead him to the church. You all
Yes.
enter inside. You see
Are
that?
you bullying the
You see that? a
Because
lot of
nobody else
people
is
are-
blind.
Everyone is.
Well, I can see
There's a
that.
little crowd outside the church heading towards the graveyard, but you do see that. so far there are, you see that the Reverend is there. As he looks at me, he goes, "Are you here to look at the graveyard as well?"
No. We need to talk.
My brother.
Talk to me? What for? Is it
Well,
about the mines?
it is not about the mines. I want to
Oh,
talk
it is
to you
about some.
about. I want to talk to you to what about happened earlier today. By the way, it's nice to see you, but I can't quite see you.
Oh,
If you get what I mean.
you're blind? But you were walking
Yeah.
to... Did you... whatever, I don't care.
So, this is gonna sound absolutely crazy,
Okay.
but keep an open mind, okay?
He is
Alright.
pretty insane.
He is a senile old man.
And my friends attest to this. This happened.
Jonathan seems to raise his hand and says, "Everything
We-
this man is about to say is 100% accurate, and I'm not sure how to explain it myself."
Oh,
the
alright.
man with his hands up is gay.
Well,
No.
what are you talking about?
So, earlier today, well, just about last night, my friend over here, and I'm gonna try to point where I think Jonathan is.
Use the other direction, so you're just pointing to nothing.
My smooth faced friend here, Jonathan. We went to his farm, Fitzgerald Farm. You know it.
I haven't really left. I'm presuming it's just a farmland.
Well, his father was buried there. It's sad that his father died. It's terrible that he died. Whenever
Fitzgerald,
we
you
went
said?
there, yes, Fitzgerald.
You mean William the outlaw?
Yes, William Fitzgerald.
The outlaw, my father, gang member, farmer, whatever you know him as. That's my dad.
We heard some strange noises, and we went and checked on the grave. Okay,
Yes.
and the grave was dug up.
His
We-
grave was dug. So grave robbers?
Nothing was taken from him. But whenever we opened up the coffin, he wasn't there.
So, are you saying something about the tar moving them?
Now what happened? We heard some banging from the barn after that.
Yes.
Just some loud banging.
Uh-huh.
And his father, but like dead, but walking. But it's his father. He's walking around.
Mr.
And-
Elton told me about the miners moving around. You're saying that his father was also like them?
Yes, he started trying to fight us, and unfortunately, we had to kill him.
So someone is raising more dead?
Now, this is where it gets really weird.
Okay.
Okay, when we were in wherever we were in the mine, we came out. We met this godly man, like not like literal, like oh I go to church now. Like literal God.
I beat him at poker, by the way.
What?
Shut up.
He gave us some sort of power. And I'm gonna roll my sleeve up to show the tattoo.
What? God don't play cards. What are you talking about?
Nah, just keep listening. We used that power that he gave us against Mr. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
We killed him, but 3 of us were sent up to actually go see that man that we know as the card dealer.
So God is a card dealer?
That's what we know him by.
Well, he's not the god. I think he's he works for God.
Yeah, cause it's. I'll talk about this in a minute. I'll.
Okay, alright, continue.
So, whenever he sent us up there, he gave us punishments for using this power. He took away Jonathan's power for the next day,
Yes.
and Elton, he was supposed to die, but he said he took his mother instead. But the card dealer made me a deal. Said if I lose my vision for the next day, then he won't take his mother. As you can see, I can't.
So you spared a life. What are you trying to say in total?
He is some powerful being. He gave us hints about what his mother used to do, what Muriel used to do. It's just so crazy. I
Muriel,
asked him.
the elderly woman
The
that
old lady.
sits in the front row?
Yes.
I preached to her it. What she's done? What has she done?
She used to run Father Tombstone,
Father
Wells,
Do I say it?
and Fitzgerald.
Don't.
Can I ask, did you, ever know your parents?
I'll do this.
No. I believe I was an orphan. I was raised here in the church by the Mother Teresa, who sadly had passed.
Well, would you like to know?
Know my real parents? How do you know my parents?
I had a few chats with a few people.
So this god.
So
thing
that elderly
told you?
lady. No. Your mother told me.
My mother. She's here? Well, where is she?
You know the elderly lady you were talking about?
She's that lady?
Yeah, and she is currently at the doc's place. She's not doing too good.
What? She.
Thought I
she
might
died?
tell you since
She's not dead.
I'm no doctor, so I'm not sure myself, but I thought I'd tell you since she could go at any minute, and I thought you'd like to see her.
I need to sit down. He begins
Now
like
this
kind
is
of
wait for later.
rubbing
What
his
I'm about
temple.
to take wait for later. Reverend, I asked that God man one last question before he went away.
Yes.
I asked him what would happen whenever I died, because of course he would like to know that. He said that I'd be damned for eternity, and we could do this at a later time, but I would like some help at least. Maybe help me with my godly ways.
You want to look for salvation?
Yes, sir.
I would really like to see my so-on mother, but I will help
Yeah.
help you.
My situation can wait for later.
Yes, no, he
You
rolls up
need
his
to go
sleeves
see
and
your
he
mother.
sets you down on one of the pews as he goes for one of his bottles of oil, puts it on his fingers and rubs it against your temple, a cross. You are blessed, child. Your soul won't go to hell. Well, if my word has anything to do with it, but if there's beings up there, I don't know what I can do.
Doing anything at all is. There is some other stuff that we will have to talk about, but that's of a different importance. Go see your mother. So,
Thank you. rolls down his sleeves and stuff like that, kind of getting away. He's goes to wash the oil off his hands as he kind of scrubs, more importantly, on the inside of his arm just a lot more as he goes puts on his coat. You're saying that she's really my mother?
That she is.
But she had a child.
You also have a brother.
A brother? What? Oh god, just
Wait, just can you fact check me real quick?
Yep.
I kind of forgot. This is right?
Yep, that is correct.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to make
Thanks,
sure I
bro.
wasn't just completely lying to this guy.
Figures out it's not right. It's like, haha, sight.
It's not even his
Suck it,
mother.
Liz!
I would have
Not
felt
even
so
his
bad.
mom. Nah. He immediately grabs his coat and and his hat. As he heads out the doors with you, he kind of holds on to your arm, Levi, guiding you down the steps.
Thank you.
You're
These two jokers won't stop messing with me whenever I ask for their assistance.
well, after everything you've informed me, I don't think helping someone across the street will ever do the favor that you did.
You can pay me later.
Don't
Speak, is that you?
I don't believe I.
Pastor, you don't own
I
anything.
don't believe
Speak
I.
is
Pastor,
that-
you don't own a cent.
I don't keep money. I mostly keep.
I never said he'd pay me money.
That's
Well,
what
actually,
you
I did
implied.
say. I did say
You
that.
did say money.
You
Well,
did.
Let me rephrase that. You can pay me back with a favor or something some other time.
Let me rephrase that. You don't owe me money.
You don't owe me
Um,
money.
Unless you do.
Go see your mother.
Unless you do. Go see your mother. We'll figure this out later.
Stop.
You will, yeah.
He immediately heads into Doc's place. Doc goes, hey, we still got problems here. Reverend, I didn't see you there. As he's kind of holding on to, I know that you're blind, but he's kind of leaving you in front because apparently you know what more about these people, Levi. So I mean, you're guiding, the blind man is guiding the Reverend right now.
I can't quite see, so I can't quite tell you. I cannot see whatsoever.
Oh, right. I apologize.
It's okay. Hey, which one is it again? I'm gonna shout for the other.
What do you mean? Which one it is again?
I'm just trying to get the other two to help him.
Oh, okay. I mean, he goes and he sits beside, Miriam's bed. This cot, basically. It's not like a lavish bed. It's like a stretcher, basically.
Yeah.
He just lays beside it and begins to just cry as he takes off his overcoat and even the coat below that, as he's just in his vest.
Pastor, before I leave, I just want to say there may be quite a larger man coming in to see this same woman.
Okay.
Not in a harmful way. Just talk to him for a bit. Make sure you. Okay.
I'll talk to him, yes. Of course. As he just begins to kind of sit there, Miriam, who is passed out at the moment, in no conscious state, just kind of sitting there holding her hand. He just begins praying. Doc looks at you all and goes, so, you might need to leave the Reverend a little bit of time.
Could you point me somewhere, Doc?
Yeah, sure. What is it?
These two jokers keep trying to point me in other directions. Can you point me to the Owl's Den? We've got somebody that we need to meet over there before he does something really dumb.
Just turn around and just walk straight. Can't miss it.
Hey,
Before I leave, I want to say, hey, Doc,
Yeah?
you still need to pay up.
What?
You don't remember that one night?
What did I do?
We gambled. You lost. You never paid up.
Whatever, here. Here's 100.
Harass the people for money right
I'm
now.
not harassing
You
them.
literally- That was
You're
harassment.
Now, if you don't
No, he owed me.
if you don't mind, I'm gonna go save a life. Or at least
I
try
hope
to.
you do. And he's gonna tip
well,
his hat and
we're
walk
gonna
out.
try to save another. So I guess we're gonna be heading over to Owls then.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking find Elton.
Alright, so you know how Elton now has that that free tab on the bar?
Yeah, you storm straight in.
So, basically, he is slamming bourbon by the bottle. There are probably 6 bottles at this point.
I'll just sit with them.
It's just the 6, and he looks over at Malcolm, and he's like, "Better not tell the others what I'm about to do."
Just be careful.
Trust me. I'm careful. Oh. One
Roll
gets up.
Constitution for all that whiskey.
Yeah.
Or bourbon, sorry.
$18.
You're still sobbing over your mother. Not
Am I sobbing?
not like sad tears, but more furious. They kind of steam off before they even get halfway through the cheek. But you just begin. You slam down one more shot. You head upstairs. You see the door right in front of you. You're not sure if you want to do it.
Closed.
It's closed. You're not sure if you want to do this, but you're ready.
Are you serious? Of course I want to do this.
All right.
There's a good big ol' knock knock knock.
You see that Mr. Fargo opens up the door and he goes, oh, hello, Elton.
Elton kind of takes his big ol' hand and pushes the Fargo aside.
What are you doing?
I need to talk with this man. I need to talk with Wells.
He's not here.
Where is he?
I don't know. He stormed off. Something about
You tell me right now where he
I
is.
don't know where he is.
What were you gonna say? Talking about he told you something?
He stormed off
After he
because
stormed
he
off?
said something was happening in the mines.
Don't tell me the bastard went to the mines.
He said the ones at Fort Winston, they started taking stuff. I don't know what. They started heading towards the mine. They took him, I believe.
You mean it took him?
Well, he's an outlaw.
Obviously, he's also my father.
He took him to Fort Winston. I don't know where exactly he is at, but
Delightful.
what are you doing here?
I'm ready to beat up my old man. What do I look like? Doing here?
Your old man.
Yeah, haven't you heard the news? Evidently, he's my father.
He didn't tell you either?
I don't look. What do you mean?
Not a day went by as he kind of goes behind his desk, opens up a drawer, pulls out a couple of shot glasses and a bottle of bourbon, but also a picture frame. Seems to be a fond memory of, well, it was the last day before they split the gang. Your mother
see
was
it.
pregnant. You look at it, and it seems to be Mr. Wells and Miriam smiling as he's holding what seems to be a pregnant Miriam.
Elton takes him a deep breath like he's trying to calm down, and he gently sets down the picture frame.
Elton, sit down. Let me talk.
What's there to talk about, Fargo?
Elton,
Already heard it from my mom.
Mr. Wells is no nice person.
Obviously.
Tell it flat. Probably one of the cruelest people I've ever known. But if he ever cared for anyone, it was your mother.
Really?
You know, he cries every night. He cries about your
There's
mother.
some right. I've worked here for how long now? I've worked in this town. Under him, technically.
Under him, about 40 years.
Correct.
He never said
Not
once.
once did he bother to come down and tell me anything.
Well, how could he? You're in a ruthless town where you get gunned down for anything. If he knew that you had a family, they'd just kill you too. There was people that wanted him dead. If they found out that he had a son and a wife, he would have been hanged by morning.
I'm glad they held off till now, because I'll be a bigger problem to deal with.
Listen, I know that you have your mind set. I'm warning, if you don't do what you're about to, you're gonna regret it. This whole...
My mother is under so much stress from having to come clean just now. She just had a heart attack.
That's what the crowd was about.
Yes. She dropped down in her home because she was having such a hard time telling. She was stressed. Do you know what that does to an elderly person? How much stress it can kill them, and it about did for her.
I'm climbing up the ladder as well. Hell, I'm in my late 50s and I still believe I'm in my 20s.
You're only like 10 years older than me, man.
Listen, just don't do anything that you're really gonna regret, cause...
Well, trust me, I won't regret it.
I believe you will.
Sure. And gets up and turns to leave now.
Follows.
Elton,
What?
here you go. He slams down what seems to be... Hang on. I didn't even have it ready. Sorry.
That's alright, I can wait. Yes, my favorite, character, the asshole. I'm not talking about Fargo or Wells. I'm talking about my boy.
Wow.
But to be fair, he has kind of a right to be angry right now. Because he about lost his mother last night.
You
Comes
also
in.
have. He's a debt.
Yeah, he's in debt, and that takes a toll on a
To me.
person.
To me, he's in debt.
He
I
is.
know.
Not only that, Levi, you understood that while you were up there, you saw everyone's cards. Miriam's card, that was ripped. Wells's card was ripping. He dealt with the card dealer. They were all damned to eternal flames. They're all damned with no salvation.
Didn't I see Elton's card as well up there?
You saw everyone's cards.
Are they all just starting to rip?
Everyone's starting to rip, yes.
You all owe me just a little.
Listen, we all know we're damned. Ain't none of us exempt.
Fargo
But
hands you
Elton's
over a
especially-
small box.
Okay. And kind of takes hold of it and he's like, alright, what's this?
He opens it, and it seems to be in purple velvet, or like,
Like the lining?
yes, it's a very, very nice, ornate box, but there's one thing in it. A single bullet.
Interesting. Alton kind of scoffs and he's like, "Is this you saying I need to take some action upon myself?"
I'm saying, don't you waste this on any dumb decision that you're about to make. This is for your own sake. This isn't for you. If you do anything to either harm my partner, I know he's done wrong, but he is trying to fix things right. You ever do anything stupid, I'll be the one that comes for you. And this bullet right here, this is your end.
I'm rolling a perception on this.
What are you going to do?
I just want to like make sure there's nothing too special about the bullet.
Go ahead.
It's perception.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Trevor. It is.
It's what I think it is.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
30, 20.
You feel an ominous fear in this bullet. Not because it's just, well, a bullet that could kill you. You take about 10 feet away from the bullet itself. Looks you say. Now you're welcome anywhere. But if I ever see your face, and you've done something wrong against Wells, or hell, anyone else, I know he's done his wrongs. Okay, don't you ever mess up like he did. If you go down the exact same path he did, I will be there to stop you.
But go down a path of lies, drinking, deceit.
Was
I'm already a
better
third of the way there.
You already have 1 foot in the grave right now.
Why don't I just hop in?
I'll put the other one in for you. He closes the
If I do it
box.
first, parkour!
He closes the box, still holding on to it, and is just staring at you. Elton, what are you going to do?
Back downstairs. Continue. Probably cry.
He closes the door. And you head downstairs?
Actually, no, wait.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna head downstairs. I'm gonna grab bottles for the road. I'm gonna stop by the medical thing. 'Cause I want to see my mama one more time before I
And your brother.
eat. I don't know about my brother being there.
She told. Well, not about being there. No, you're right.
Yeah. You.
I personally, Elton has no desire to go see the Reverend.
You are holding on to the bottles and kind of furiously stomping around, kind of going to the Doc's place. You are just in a fit. You know that you want to kill him. You want to kill Wells. You want to kill everyone that's ever wronged you in your entire life.
Correct.
But right now you're in troubling times. You're not thinking straight upon anything. So you head back to the one person that you thought you could trust. Now you don't even know that. You don't know if you can trust anything she says. But you head back to Doc's anyway. As you open the door, Doc looks and he goes, "God damn it, I can't work anymore. Your mother's on the gurney. And go see her." Kind of points you to a back room.
Elton just kind of shuffles and saunters slightly there.
You see right there, holding her hand, is the Reverend, who's still praying. As he looks up and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't believe that she was having any visitors."
Mother, of course, she's gonna have a.
Your mother?
Yeah.
Oh. So, I was told a story about some man had went to my church and told me that she is my mother.
I'm gonna kill Tobias.
It was the older fella, Levi, I believe.
Really?
Yes.
Alright.
But so that means you're my brother, aren't you?
I suppose it does. Want a drink, Reverend?
No, I don't drink.
You might want to start considering it after this.
She's not doing so great.
You know,
Doc said she might have at least a week. Maybe a couple of days. I don't know. I'm trying to do as much as I can.
well, I hate to break it to you, but God is not there. He has his ears shut to the world. No matter, I congratulate you on believing in him. The simple fact is, he's lost belief and hope in him.
Well, that makes two of us. After all this dead rising from the ground, everything that's going on, I don't know what to believe anymore.
I believe nothing.
Well,
The only thing I believe in, ground under my feet, ooze in my bottles.
If there was some way to take this blackened tar, whatever it is, and used it for good, I would do so, but I can't.
Well, I have some of the tar.
You do?
I do. What do you think would happen if you put some, like, holy water in it?
Not quite sure.
You want to try it? I mean, what the hell? I'm drunk, you're a reverend, I got a bottle of tar, you got holy water, why not? Worst that could happen.
Sure. You hand over the bottle. He opens it up, and he pours a little thing of holy water into it, and closes it. You don't really see much happening to it, but you do see it starts to hiss a lot. It begins to burn a lot more.
That's fun.
I don't know, as the flame just begins to engulf, it fills the bottle with smoke almost.
I put a cap on that, or is it gonna explode if I do?
The Reverend accidentally put a cap on it, so he doesn't know what's gonna go.
Oh no.
So, he's kind of just holding what may or may not be a shrapnel bomb. You don't know. You're not quite sure.
Elton kind of.
Right next to your dying mother.
Right next to your dying
Oh, yeah.
mother. He goes,
Elton, knowing the sound of dynamite pretty well, this is pretty familiar. He takes that bottle and he just kind of rushes out of the room and chucks it into the street.
Immediately, as upon impact, shatters and glass goes everywhere in the street. Not enough to hit any of you, though. With that immediately, but you do see there's not as much tar as there was before in that bottle.
Well, Reverend, looks like your fancy water gets rid of the goo.
Well, I guess that is a miracle.
Probably science.
Maybe, I don't know. Listen, I know that you may not trust religion and everything, but you're always welcomed in the church if you ever need time. I know right now you're a weary soul, going nowhere. You're always welcome.
Appreciate that. To be honest with you, I'm probably never going to take up that offer, but I do appreciate that.
Well, at least I tried. So, now what?
If I just say a few words.
You can. I'll leave you to it. I've done my praying for the day.
Appreciate that.
You take care now, brother.
Sure thing, brother.
That was really awkward.
Yeah, he's kind of like, oh, yay, cool.
Alright, man, bye. Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of is like very, very weirded out, but he tips his hat to you. Begins to walk off.
Elton had a hat, he would tip it as well.
As you are praying, with him, or like fizzing with the bottle, can you roll me a perception check?
Okay. I have fear. My perception ain't the best, if I'm gonna be on. Ooh, dirty 20?
Notice that he had forgotten his coat and his hat from before, but whenever he was putting it on, you know this well, that on his arm seems to be a card tattoo.
Fucking. So he left his coat and his hat?
No, he did not leave his coat and his hat. He was putting it on, but you realize that he has a card tattoo. Just like you, Levi, Sparrow, Malcolm.
And I chase after the Reverend?
You were going to say your wishes, but
Let me say them real quick.
all right.
It's literally just really quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you say your regards, sure.
Listen, I know you ain't been the best in general about things, but done some thinking. I might not kill Wells. I'm eating it. You're not gonna be happy because I still have. I didn't spend money on it, but I'm still drinking. And I'm gonna be quite honest. I know you love me and you don't want me to be doing that, but that's not gonna stop anytime. I'm sorry. So I love you. You better recover, or else I will beat whatever deity, whatever horse did
Fight.
this. I will beat up the card dealer.
You're gonna fight the card dealer?
I will fight the card dealer.
Alright, I'll meet you in the Walmart parking lot at 2.
Oh no. You know what? Pull up.
Alright. Say your regards.
Alright.
Doc
That's it. I'm gonna do a small smooch on the forehead.
And you
I'm gonna dash for the Reverend.
Alright. Reverend looks and he goes, did you need something?
I need to ask you a question.
Yes, what is it?
Marcon, are you a gambling man?
I don't play cards, no.
Interesting. Why do you have a card tattooed on your arm?
Pulls up his sleeve and goes, I don't quite know why this came here. I was sleeping.
Elton kind of rolls up his sleeve as well. Like,
Huh.
there's only one way you can get one of these.
It's a birthmark.
It's your
Oh.
birthmark. No,
No! No!
he's a card dealer.
Yo, we got matching tats.
Yo!
He looks because I had a vision one night. I was sitting playing poker, even though I don't play, and well, a bunch of figures were sitting around the table. One of them was
What night
talking
was
to
this?
last night, maybe the night before, I don't remember. When I woke up, 2 days had passed, I believe. Maybe 3. But when I woke up, I looked outside and I saw that the graveyard was empty. And I had a tattoo. I don't know.
Have you noticed anything weird?
Other than the dead being raised?
About yourself?
I feel brighter when I pray.
Really?
I feel my words have actions. I don't know. What about you? What about your tattoo?
Yeah, you can say something happened.
Well,
You can say I'm a little bit different.
you head on. He tips his hat one more time, rolling down his sleeve as he walks off.
You might want to talk to my friend.
Who?
Ones that came and visited you at the church.
Oh. I believe I guess I will, but I must tend to the church. There's too many people asking where their bodies have gone.
See. Well, you've traveled. Is not trusting the Reverend anymore.
Alright. As he tips his hat and bids you farewell. As we're going to go cut back to Tobias, Creek, Jonathan, and Malcolm. What are you guys doing?
I thought I was following Elton.
Did you
Oh,
say
yeah.
Tobias and Creek?
I didn't say Creek.
Yes, he
I said-
did.
Did I? No, I said
did.
Jonathan.
You said Creek.
You
Uh-oh,
did say
uh-oh,
Creek.
uh-oh.
Did somebody say Creek?
No, you've
Hey,
awoken
you
him.
didn't take the other one.
Booga booga. Key.
Alright, so what does Tobias, Malcolm, Levi, and Jonathan do?
What?
Creek.
Did you just call him
I said
Malcolm? Were you trying to
No.
say?
I
He
said
said Malcolm.
I said Malcolm.
It doesn't matter what he said. We
Either
know what
way.
he meant. All right. So, boys, what do you think we should do now?
I thought I was following Elton.
Oh yeah, you were. I apologize. So
Rip. Bad DM.
You guys want to go talk to? You guys want to go talk to Fargo?
I thought you guys were gonna stop me from killing.
Oh yeah, we need to go. We need to go stop Elton. Elton's gonna kill Wells.
Well, he's. Well, we don't know
oh, you guys don't even know
where
know
he.
where he is. You guys don't think he's still in the bar. Elton is the only one that knows where Wells is.
And I'm drunk.
And
Can I get the assistant going to talk to Fargo?
Yeah, you can go talk to him.
I need some assistance.
Elton
I'll
is
help
currently in the distance,
No,
like
no,
far away from the
no.
bar. In the distance,
know.
you can kind of see Elton just kind of
Like Michael
Spinning
Myers
slightly.
out the window.
You are not helping
spinning
me out
slightly, and he
anyone
has
anymore.
one of the bottles open, and he's drinking from it. He's got what are his weapons?
A whip.
Yeah,
Alright, so
kind of got his whip open and just kind of.
alright. Levi,
No,
what are you going
could
to
you-
do?
All right, Grandpa, I'll lead you there.
No, Jonathan. I want Jonathan, not you.
Hey, it's me, Jonathan.
Roll
not
deception.
Imagine.
You might
Imagine.
be an idiot, but I'm not.
Roll deception.
Can I roll a deception? Yeah.
Yes, you can.
I can clearly tell what Jonathan's voice sounds like.
Nat 20.
That's why.
It's
Well, now
not.
you can't anymore.
So 25 total.
You think you're like, thank you, Jonathan. Finally.
Wait, hold on. What the fuck?
I know where I'm thinking.
I'm gonna do
I
like
know
the I'm gonna put one finger over my mouth and look at Jonathan.
What would you like to say to him?
This way, Grandpa. Let's go. And I'm gonna lead him to Pandora. no, I'm leading him to the Owl's Den.
So I know
I'm
that
leading.
not-
I'm leading him to Elton. Do we see Elton?
Elton
No, we're going
is.
to Fargo. We should
Shut
go to
up.
Fargo.
You guys were at the church. He just went to the docks. He's literally like outside docks, which is right across the street from the Owl's Den.
Okay. Where do you want to go, Levi? I'm still
I
saying
want-
this in Jonathan's voice.
Elton here.
I want to go to
So,
Fargo. I want
where
to go to Fargo. You turn me around, I'm gonna hit you.
Why would you say that to Jonathan? Now, if it was Tobias, I'd understand, but
I'm gonna
I'm
make
not-
a roll real quick, and I'm gonna
not
hope
being
that I
messed with
fail.
today. I'm sick of being messed with today. Take me to Fargo.
Alright, you begin leading him straight to the Owl's Den.
yeah.
Hey, I just did a roll, my own free will, real quick. It's an acrobatics,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm kind of spinning a little bit, and I just got a 5.
You immediately fall down in the mud.
Good.
Just
One.
just that's my brother.
So we see Elton do this, right?
Yeah, you guys are like walking, like you're about to open the door, and
All
then
right.
you just see him just.
Now-
Kind of stops spinning,
Levi,
holds
I'm
up the
gonna-
bottle of alcohol, and he goes, "I'm gonna beat the shit out of Wells," and falls to the
Levi,
ground.
I'm gonna turn you, but don't hit me, alright? We're going to see Elton.
No, we're going to see Fargo. We need information.
Well, if Elton's over there, then that obviously means that Fargo is not in this fucking bar. Otherwise,
we heard him talking to Fargo upstairs.
You?
alright,
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
guys were out there.
let go of Levi and just let him go on his own. I don't care.
Bartender, could you help me get upstairs?
You're outside
You're
of the den
outside.
still.
No.
You're like 5 feet away from the swinging doors.
I want to go help up Elton.
Okay, yeah. You don't have to
Why
roll.
are you bullying me today?
He's
Why are
very
you bullying
like.
me today?
It's getting
I'm gonna
more.
kill you
It's
tomorrow.
getting to afternoon, and like you immediately like pick him up and lean him against a horse.
Now, Elton, did you find Fargo?
Fargo is up there.
He is?
Not Wells.
Oh, Wells. Yeah, that's right. I forgot his name.
Wells isn't up, and my dad,
It's Wells Fargo.
an asshole.
You know, this whole time I've been thinking that he was talking about the guy that wasn't up there.
Oh.
So that's my bad. Alright, Elton, you stay here. I'm gonna go help Levi back into the...
I know where Wells is. I know where my fucking father is.
My daddy. I know where Cat is.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
You
Give
head
me
inside.
Alright, I'm
a
gonna
few
go help
hours.
Levi back into the bar.
Yeah, you open up the swinging doors. You see the bartenders.
They swing back.
They just hit him.
Man walks into a bar. Ow.
Alright, could you stop
that's
messing
really
with me and just get me to Fargo?
Bartender,
Yeah, that's where we're going.
As
Can't you
soon
see
as
they're
I
helping you?
I'm beating you.
You
Why would you do that to Jonathan?
you help up the
Why are
stairs.
you referring to yourself in third person, John?
My brain isn't very big. You know this.
Smooth brain.
Smooth brain and smooth chin.
Ooh. But wait, you have facial hair.
It's Jonathan. Alright.
Jonathan doesn't.
He's clean shaven.
Yeah.
Alright, so you head him upstairs and you knock on the door. Fargo kind of looks and goes, "Oh, what now?"
Afternoon, Mr. Fargo.
Afternoon. Have any business?
Me and Jonathan here need to talk to you about something.
What happened to you?
I'm so angry.
I cannot see right.
Whatever.
I'm just gonna put one finger over my mouth and look at Fargo.
He looks directly and he goes. He gives you like an "I really don't care."
Okay.
So he doesn't care what's going on. He's like, "All right, what's
So angry.
So, Wells is in a lot of danger right now.
Oh yes, he just got caught by the Pinkertons not too long ago.
Oh, he did?
Yes,
I didn't hear about that.
no
I
one
was
did.
talking about. I was talking about Elton. Elton's trying to kill him. You know that, right?
Yeah, he came in here trying to barge straight for him. He's trying to look directly for him. He's gonna kill him.
Fargo. Could I ask you?
Yeah.
You've seen the tattoo on Wells' arm, right?
He never shows me his arm.
He has a card tattoo.
Go on.
He is. You complete. You. This is gonna sound terrible to you. He's dealing with some kind of god.
Huh, he found religion. Good for him.
Not in that way. As in, God takes a piece of him and gives him power.
So a demon of sorts.
I don't know. I don't quite know what he is. But me and Jonathan here, we did the same deal. Okay.
Alright.
Me, Jonathan, Fargo. I don't even. Do you have the card tattoo, Fargo?
He begins rolling up his sleeves, looking around. Pretty sure no?
Okay, good. You're very lucky to know. You know, Wells, we have made a deal with a man who's basically going to damn our souls.
So you're saying
I-
that's when you die. There's nothing for you?
Straight to hell. Straight to hell.
Well,
I need your help finding Wells. Cause I can say
okay.
he's not the best man, but he deserves a second chance, like always.
Well, you're doing something better than your friend who just tried to murder him. So, guess I'll help him. Oh dear God. Wait. Your boys was with him, right?
Yes, they were, and I could just about guess what happened.
Oh dear God, you have to go find him.
Where is he?
He was at the mines and then trying to look for more of that tar. I don't know why. And then the Pinkertons found him. Soldiers started coming in with buckets. They started taking some of this tar. They're planning
Where'd
something.
they take?
They took him to Fort Winston.
Okay.
Only damn fort
This
out here.
maybe I ask you a lot, but please help us.
What do you need? I can't leave here because I'm taking too much responsibility trying to manage the town.
I'm not talking about leaving with us. I'm talking about maybe supplying us with something.
What do you need?
Just something to help us, you know? We just need some. I'm not asking for anything specific. I just need a little bit of something to help us through.
I could give you a wagon, some horses, some rations. I don't really have weaponry.
We will definitely take that wagon.
Alright. Just
There is. Did you hear about? Did you hear about Elizabeth?
yes. Miriam?
Yes. Could you just, you know, maybe every once a day, just check up on her?
Yes, I can do that. Why? I heard about what had happened. I'll make sure to take care of her.
You're a good man, Fargo. You know that?
I won't say that far. I'm no good man.
Just don't do the same thing that me and the rest of us did.
Right. Just promise me you're not going to harm Wells. Not yet, at least.
I will try my hardest to make sure Elton doesn't hurt Wells.
If he does, I swear, I'll be the one to put him down.
I might be the one to do it first.
No, you leave him to me.
Well, if he's an immediate threat, then I think I should be the one doing it. And that's all I'm saying.
I could take out his ankles.
Just if my boys don't come back alive, I just want you to promise me that they'll have a good grave here, or at least a good grave somewhere. Those men, they're some of my best friends.
I'll make sure.
Thank you. All right, come on, Jonathan. We got places to be.
I'm gonna lead him outside.
Come on, Jonathan.
Come on, Jonathan.
Wait, Carter, where's the wagon gonna be? Just that way we know.
As you guys are exiting down, Fargo is kind of peering off the balcony, looks at the bartender. He kind of does like a little nod to the right where the exit is, and he nods and goes and runs off to go find yourself a wagon. You stay safe, boys.
Yeah, blessed Dave.
Alright. And so, you're all outside as the bartender brings you a grand wagon able to fit the entire party. It's one with those tent things over it. It's not like an ornate wagon, but it'll do. So what is everyone doing?
Guess help
So,
Elton get on that.
well, I'd like to inform the rest of the party of our conversation we just had with Fargo. And then I want to ask, so are we going to investigate at the mine again, or are we just going to go straight to the fort?
Well, I say we head to the fort. But only on one condition. That's if Elton swears his life that he will not lay a figure.
I agree
on
with that.
Wells. If you lay a figure on Wells, Elton, we will not hesitate to kill you.
I guess that's fair.
Well, I
Would
might
have to
hesitate
rotate.
second, but then I'd...
Just
I
for
might
like
hesitate, he's a pretty big
second,
guy.
but, like, just
Then I
for-
realize I have 2 revolvers that I can fire at once.
Oh, Malcolm! I'm gonna head over to
Malcolm.
Malcolm and give him $500 worth of gold.
Oh yeah.
Cringe.
Whoa.
Listen, I'm
Guess what? I beat God at poker and got this from him.
You know,
just mad at all.
Yeah, who's your god now?
You think my soul is damned? Nah, I'm gonna win it back in a game of poker.
the all
You know, I've
ultimate
come-
Uno reverse card.
How far away is the fort?
Opposing to the
Not as far
map,
as the
Um,
other places.
Wolf's
that.
Hollow was farther away. Gully Mine was a little bit farther than Fitzgerald Farm, but it would take 2 days at least, because you're crossing the train
Yes.
tracks, and it was literally getting to like afternoon or like late afternoon for you. So I mean, you literally had like a couple hours to go.
Thank the Lord. As soon as I'm being unblinded, I'm gonna beat you.
You don't know. I'm Jonathan. I don't.
No, but earlier in the day, you messed with me twice.
You don't know if I was the one that tapped on your shoulder.
Yeah, you didn't know that he was the
But
one
you-
tapped on
but
your
I know
shoulder,
You don't know
messed with me.
anything.
but he does know.
I know that you messed with
did
me what,
redirect
with the
him.
church. The church.
He does know that.
Yes, that's true.
So I'll just beat you for that.
Well, that's unreasonable.
All right,
You shouldn't be bullying a blind man.
you all head off into the wagon.
One more thing. Is there a shop that I can sell this gold at here? Or no?
Yes, the general store will
Okay.
be the one that.
Ooh, we don't need to do any like conversation. If you don't want, I can just add the gold.
You immediately just
Okay.
quickly like toss down
I'll do the
these,
same.
these gold, and you're like, here, give cash. Like-
Now, buy.
Very simple. And he goes,
Don't even count. Just buy.
he gives you everything in the cash register. Which is like $1,000 plus 120 more. He didn't count.
Yes, I scammed him.
Scamming everybody.
So you have
That's my class.
$1,120 now.
Yep. Well, actually, I have 1,920.
So yeah, basically, yeah, you're the richest one here right now. Sounds
I
a
can
lot
become
like
the-
Creek.
I'm getting there, boys. I'm getting there. How much platinum did Creek have by the end of that? I gotta count.
Jesus Christ, he had a lot of platinum. He had like 9,000.
I did have a
didn't
lot.
So
He had
we,
a lot. Okay, yeah. Now I'm ready to go.
All right.
alright.
I make a simple statement real quick.
Yep.
It had White Claw in these times. That would be the only thing Jonathan.
No, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. If
Jonathan's a
valid?
civil human being.
It was like
I had
more-
about 700 platinum, I think.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah. And those like go for like 100 a piece, don't they? Or is it like?
No, 10.
Oh, is it 10?
So I had 7,000. I'm catching up.
Right. You're good in that. You just 6,000 less.
Yeah. I'll be there by the
So-
end of this.
As you all
We're gonna get that one.
get in the wagon.
I'm definitely sitting in the back.
Right. Who's driving?
I'll
Me.
drive.
No, we're not letting the drunkard
No,
drive.
Long isn't driving.
You
I'll
be
ride.
drunk and drive.
How about Jonathan drives?
Jonathan.
We'll let the
Ah.
errand boy do it.
You're too
Let
young to drive.
Jonathan.
Jonathan can drive, and who else?
Probably
me.
Malcolm.
One of my tools is that I have I
I
have a
should be
vehicle back at my
surprised.
farm.
I could drive.
Jonathan, Malcolm, you guys get in the
I mean,
front.
Levi could, but he's blind, so.
Everyone
Yeah.
is getting in the back.
Let's let Levi drive.
Some of you are more worse than where.
Mhm.
Understanding the truth
I'm feeling pretty good right now.
of what's going on. I mean, you literally beat God in poker.
I feel like I'm the new god. I'm the
Oh.
car dealer now.
This sounds
How long
kind of
until
familiar.
that blindness wears off?
You see,
Wait,
as
what?
you guys are going to venture on that, you all wake up in the morning, still on the road, traveling, getting past what would be Mayfield as you see more of the canyons and some more stuff as you're traveling onward. Levi, you wake up and for the first time for an entire day, you open your eyes and you see everyone a little bit more worse than where from the day before. It's kind
I
of
want to check Can I check everything to see if I have everything?
as far as you
'Cause
know, nothing's been stolen. You're just kind of patting. You got your cane. You got your
Could I
six.
Can I check out what God threw at me?
Am I awake yet?
Yes, you are all awake. You
Oh, we're all awake? Damn it.
Mine's slightly sober.
you can look at it.
I just want to kind of take a peek at it.
It's a platinum poker chip. One of the more rarer items than anything you've ever seen. You've never seen something more of value and more beautiful in your entire life than the stupid poker chip. But
Other than me, of course.
other than Tobias.
No.
Give me a smooch.
I'll let my revolver give you a smooch. How about that?
Can I kind of, I want to try and
What?
steal, no. I want to try
No.
and steal, Elton's booze and throw him out the cart.
So far
Will die.
he's in a he's in a stuber right now, so you would have disadvantage. So yeah, for you would have advantage, I believe, Tobias.
Okay. Sleight of hand or stealth?
Sleight of hand.
Okay.
Am I rolling against this?
Yeah, but it's gonna be hard.
It'd be perception.
It would be
It'd
perception.
be your
That's
passive. I believe. I believe
Gonna
it'd
be
passive.
a 29.
I'm doing a what kind of check?
Perception. And
Okay.
yeah, hang on, I'm gonna look.
Was
at
that a
your
nat 20?
Huh?
No, I got a 19 plus 10.
Okay, so if I get a nat 20,
Then you notice.
Then you would notice, but
Oh, what do you know? She got a net 20.
give me a second.
you also have disadvantage.
Enabling hacks.
Right, now I need to add my modifier.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's not a nat 20.
If it's not a nat 20.
Yeah.
it
And you
doesn't
also have
matter.
This
disadvantage.
wasn't a nat 20 either.
No, but
Well,
he has.
I got a
29.
29. Are you gonna get higher than that with a 19 plus your modifier?
I can look up your stats real quick.
I have them
Trust
too.
me, the only way you could win is if you got a nat 20.
Yeah, I didn't win that.
You immediately.
Just so you know, you've gone up one rank on his list of people he's gonna.
I'm doing what your mama wanted.
But you don't know that he did it.
Yeah, you don't
True.
know that he did it, so. But you do,
It could have
Wake
slipped
up.
out of your pocket.
and you do notice that your booze is gone. You believe that you've drank it all. You've been so
What?
tired. Yes, you believe so. You literally fell in mud. Hell, I believe you're still covered.
I technically only had one bottle left.
You did.
You had 6 drinks, though.
You grabbed
I
2
drank
bottles on the way
6.
out, and I mean you were
I
already,
drank one out in the street.
you were tipsy enough that you believe that you either dropped it or you drank it. Either way, it's gone.
That's not gonna stop me from buying more.
You can buy more, but right now you don't
And
have
that's
any.
not gonna stop me from stealing them.
As you all halt. You You see
You're
that
literally gonna make them more depressed. Don't do this.
a couple of miles away, you can see this grand fort out in the distance. As it looks over, you see the sunset crests over, giving this ominous shadow of it. That's where you have to go. Either you
getting
kill
close.
Wells, you find him, or you find your boys. Kill Wells, that is all up to you. But sadly,
Kill each other.
we're gonna have to save that for the next episode. Until next time, everyone. I hope that you enjoy our podcast and think about subscribing to us if you can. And we thank everyone that is able to join us for these sessions and hope to see you in the next one.